and welcome to the Pale Garden. In this episode, I want to show you how you can build a beautiful starter home that fits right into this biome. And I will only use resources that you can get easily in early game, right here or very close by. The Pale Garden is easily one of Minecraft's scariest and most depressing biomes. There is hardly any color here, everything is totally desaturated. And then you go for a nice walk and you come across one of these guys. Uh-oh, I really need a safe place to hide from this guy. Run! So if you want to make your home in the Pale Forest, you really need to have a strong fortress. Let's see what materials we can find here. Okay, let's start with the pale oak itself. We have the grey leaves, and then we have the grey moss and the grey moss carpets, and we have that lovely white wood, and then we have, I don't know, not much. We have these hanging vines, that's also grey. And yeah, I don't know. What else is here? Everything's the same. It's all grey. Oh, here are some flowers, and they're also grey, but they open at night and they give you like little lights, so at least that's a little bit interesting. But I don't know, I think there's really not much in this biome that we can use. So what do we do now? Well, luckily, the pale oak biome generates in the dark oak biome, so there's always dark oak surrounding it. So I think it's only legitimate that we use the resources that we find here. And I can also see some color. There are mushrooms. Yay, giant mushrooms. And there's leaf litter, and there's all sorts of stuff. So we have all the dark oak blocks, and we have all the mushroom blocks, the red ones and the brown ones. There's also a regular oak tree, and that's a birch tree. That's already 4 different types of wood. Yay, I found flowers. And more flowers, tall flowers. And chickens, a whole bunch of chickens. But you can't really build stuff from omelets, so let's leave the chickens alone. Ooh, rose bushes and cows, so we're not going to start. But what I'd really like is some sheep. Are there any sheep here anywhere? Hello, sheep. Hello, I've got red flowers for you. Sheepies. Still no sheep, but gravel. Gravel is probably also useful. Oh man, there must be... Actually, you know what? I might as well use all these watery things like sand and stuff. I bet there's some clay in there somewhere. Let's just go and have a little dive. Oh, is that a sheep I see on the other side? Oh, the excitement. Yes, there is a sheep. Come on, buddy, give me your wool. And that means the textile department is sorted. Maybe we'll need something black, like black dye. So yeah, thank you, Mr. Squid. So I think that's about all the resources we can find above ground. We can of course go mining a bit and get the usual stones and ores and all that stuff. But you all know how to do that. So without further ado, let's see what we've got and what we can craft with it. These are all the blocks that you can find in the pale oak biome. And I totally forgot about the resin blocks. You have to kind of tickle the creaking to get them, and yeah, they're a little bit ugly, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. And then we found 3 more types of wood, which is great because wood is so useful. You could craft it into all sorts of blocks that you can shape. So you can strip your wood and you can make planks. And then of course we've got the leaves. Oh, I did not know that was going to happen. They look grey in this biome. Oh no, no juicy green leaves. Okay, at least we've got the other types of wood. Yep, this one looks grey as well. Oh no, what happens to the birch? Will the birch work? No! That, my friends, massively sucks. Now I really want to know if the mushroom blocks still look colourful. Okay, brown, and what happens to the red? Yes, thank God for that. Okay, and what about the leaf litter? I can't see the leaf litter. Oh man! The brown leaf litter, it just turns grey. That's just... no. Please let the flowers be colourful. Ah, thank you, thank you. Well, that is a real relief. And here are the blocks we dug up from the river. There's quite a lot you can craft from them. For instance, sandstone and glass, and you can make mud and mud bricks. And from the clay you can make terracotta, and that is super useful. And then of course we can get a lot of blocks from mining and from ores. And a lot of these blocks can be shaped and turned into lots of different things. Copper, for instance. And yes, copper still looks green. And you can craft it into lots of different things, which is amazing for building. And then there is wool. And there is dye. When you're building, dye is your secret weapon because you can turn all flowers and all sorts of things into different colors and mix them. And then you can turn boring terracotta into colored terracotta and even glazed stuff. And you can dye your wool into all of these colors. And that means you've got colored beds, carpets, banners, and all sorts of other interesting stuff that can totally transform your building and bring it to life. So now we've got a ton of different blocks to choose from. But where are we going to build our special house? And what is it going to look like? Well, I've had a little flyabout and I saw this peak that's sticking out right on the edge of the forest. It's high up and I think is just begging to have something built on top of here. And I've decided on this color scheme. I want something that isn't too wild, that sort of fits in with the grey, but also has a pop of color. You've got a lot of blocks in the grayscale, so you can really graduate it. So that'll be the main color of the building, and it'll tie it to the forest. But the green and the red, they will be the accent colors that bring everything to life. Before we start building, we need to take these trees down and flatten out the top of this little hill. So I've got axiom that makes it really, really easy. And even if we fill this in a bit, we haven't got a lot of space, but that's kind of the attraction. So this is like a pinnacle that's just standing there like a sheer cliff face. And I have an idea for this. The pale forest is kind of scary, so we need somewhere safe. How about a little castle, like a medieval tower keep? So I've been looking at ancient castles, and this is the general shape I have decided upon. Of course, the wool is going to be replaced by the proper blocks. There's going to be shading and shaping and all sorts of tinkering. Okay, are you ready? Let's hit that time lapse. And that's it, my medieval castle keep in the pale forest. I'll give you a tour inside, but first let's have a fly around. What do you think? Do you like my castle? Come and have a look inside. You approach it from the forest floor, and I've built a staircase all the way up to the top. It curves around the front of the rock. So you go up this long staircase. Let's just speed this up a little bit until you get to the porch, and you've got an amazing view from up here. Let's go inside. Okay, so there's the guardsman. Oh, scary. And then you go inside, and that's where I use the white wood because I think it looks amazing. There's a cozy fireplace and a place where you can sit. And because it's quite a tight space, there was not enough room for a staircase, so you have to go up the ladder, which leads you to your work and storage room. And if you go up further, you go to the bedroom, where you can sleep in peace and you'll be completely protected from all the bad mobs. And if you want this castle in your world, the download will be on my Planet Minecraft page. And it's completely 100% free. If you want to see more biome builds, check out my playlist. And let me know where you would like me to build next. Coming! Who is it? Oh, the owner of the castle is currently not receiving visitors. Can I take a message?